In this video, we wanted to talk about what is the easiest blocked account process for students. And for this, I'm with Dom because, of course, Dom is the co-founder of Expatrio. And Expatrio is a completely digital solution. So you don't really have to go to any kind of bank branches. You don't have to do any kind of physical paperwork done. You don't have to take travels of 300, 400 kilometers and speak to different kind of representatives to get your idea across. With Expatrio, everything is done completely online. And that's why I wanted to speak to Dom, like what makes Expatrio special and what kind of things are there with Expatrio which makes things for students much more simple. So Dom, tell me a little bit about what kind of things do you believe are really, really simplified with Expatrio, especially when students choose Expatrio?
As you said, Bart, for me, it's really important to have a fully digital process for the students and no paperwork. I also think, especially when talking about the young generation, we need an app solution. So this is what we are building, a fully digital one-stop shop for the international students. And then I'm pretty sure we also need to avoid three things. We need to be fast, we need to be secure, and of course we need also to be affordable. All three things are given with Expatrio.
You don't have to go to like 7 or 6 different places to get things done. So if you want to get some kind of insurances, along with your blocked account, like all of that is available. Your health insurance is directly available with your blocked account. You want to take some liability insurance or something, that is also there. You want to open a current account, you can also do it via the dashboard. Like you essentially have like the resources available in one single place, which is like really interesting. And that's kind of most of the things that you need. So like the self-research part goes a lot less down. The kind of like speaking to like 3 or 4 different people also like really reduces.
And what I also think when talking about our international team, you will always find a person with a passion because they exactly understand your way to Germany, because most of the team members also did it. And they are also telling me it's really important to offer these 3 things I already mentioned: being fast, being secure, and being affordable.
Yeah. I think that's also like this added benefit because like if you're coming from Korea, China, or like any of the other countries like India, Bangladesh, things like that, you have people from these countries already in the customer support, in the Expatrio team. So you know that you would be able to like speak to somebody, even if like you're not very fluent in one single language. So you would still be able to like reach out to other people and speak to them with your own concerns in mind. So one thing that I personally see with many students is that, for example, they are transferring the money, like, it's the appointment is very soon and they want to transfer the money and they want to get the confirmation really fast. And what happens with most of the blocked accounts is that the process is many times manual. So like they have to like manually see and they have to manually approve the transactions, or they have to match the transaction that, okay, like this money has come with this reference ID, has to be marked against this account and stuff, which is not really the case with Expatrio, as I know, like that the confirmations are pretty fast.
As you said, Bart, so for us it's really important to be fast, and we are always working on a solution, which means that we are able to open the account for you within 24 hours. Now, especially when having the time of APS preparation and then the visa appointment is maybe coming short, so that you will be able to use Expatrio also for short-term application process.
That's interesting. So I think like that's kind of the part where we already see that in the visa process, like that's pretty simple. Now also like when you are talking about the students who are already now in Germany and they're activating the blocked account and stuff, like how do you see the processes there? Like, what kind of things are simple with Expatrio and not really so much with like many other products?
We're working with a regulated bank. Of course, you have to identify yourself when being in Germany. So this is also really important that your documents you will forward to us and to the bank are prepared. Please make sure that you have a current passport with you. This is really important when doing the video identification, that everything is readable. But for that, and this is also what we offer always, is you have clear instruction how everything will work in the user portal or in our FAQs. Then, of course, once this is done, we transfer your money very quick all the time. So this is something which is really important for us, that students will receive the monthly blocked amount before the month end. So this is something, I said, really important to us because you have to pay your rent. Maybe there are other costs you have to do. So this is something where we are also focused on to give you fast access to your money. One other thing I would also like to share: when doing the transfer after your application, we have an integrated money transfer system, which means our partner we are working with allows you to transfer your money in local currency. And this is really great. Being in India, for example, you can transfer the money in Indian rupee and you will receive your confirmation within 2 to 3 business days. And this is really fast. So this is also one thing we are always working on, to give you easy access to the activation. And what we additionally offer is, because when being here for 6 months, 12 months, or sometimes also even longer, maybe you need to extend your blocked account. And this is also possible in our user portal, where you will have the individual access to. You can simply open and extend the blocked account with Expatrio then.
So that's why we really believe that Expatrio is like one of the easiest blocked account processes that you can go through, because everything is completely digital, everything is fast, everything is secure. And we have our own experience with working with Expatrio for more than 3 years, and we don't have any kind of like, complaints or problems whatsoever. Of course, like once or like, here and there are students who like transfer right before the visa appointment. I think like you should avoid that, because there can still be like, a few things which could be having, there could be some kind of variables there, right? So try to do the processes in advance. And we have never seen any kind of problems with that whatsoever.
Yeah, and last but not least, of course, I would also say that we are super flexible, which means you can extend or cancel your blocked account, of course, also on a monthly basis.
Yeah, that's also very important. And also the story with the visa rejection. So if you're getting visa rejection, you should also know that like with Expatrio, you do get your initiation fee back too. So you don't have any kind of like money which is deducted just because you put the money with Expatrio, which is also very customer friendly. I think this is really important, because this is anyways not a nice situation that your visa has gotten rejected, and then on top of that you have to like deal with extra costs. So like that is not the case with Expatrio. You get all of the money back that you have put inside.
And we know if you have a question, of course, you are expecting a quick answer. And this is something where our customer service team also works on, to be really fast when answering your questions. So we have an internal 24 hours answer guarantee, so that we really answer your questions. Of course, if this is something very specific, we need to investigate. Sometimes we need to understand the case. So don't worry, with our customer service team, you are in the best hands for sure, and everyone will help you to solve your issue if you have an issue.
So all of these things combined makes Expatrio the easiest blocked account process that you can do for your visa, student visa process, or other language visa and so on. And it's very simple. You don't really need to do many other things other than just making an account directly on Expatrio. All of the steps for that we have already discussed in a previous video, which I will link in the description. Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you so much, you guys, and we will see you in the next video.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.